Well. That's a nice video you got there, Ben Levin and Adam Neely. It would be crazy if someone who was kind of lazy but willing to be inspired by you to take your idea and make it worse. Now I know that just screaming directly into the mic doesn't help. I kind of want a different angle now. Ben Levin and Adam Neely texted each other emojis and emojis only, and they made songs just out of those emojis. That's a really good idea. I wanted to do something that took less time than that. So I went, hey, I'll think of any video game character ever and just like kind of make a song off of it, which is fine. I didn't want to do this alone, so I had one of the greatest of the unknowns come forth and do something with me, you know. His name is Jackie Frank Russell. He makes very heavy music. He has long hair. He makes very ambient music. He has a nice smile. He makes very danceable music, and he makes me feel good. And he was down immediately, so thank you, Jackie, for coming through with that. And I said,
release your song, Jackie. Show me your powers. You're stronger than you thought you were. You always knew inside. Hello. Give me your powers.
Then Jackie Frank Russell came up with this. Yeah!
Knuckles the Echidna. I knew Kike was doing Luigi. I had to make sure I was doing something from the opposite franchise, so I went to Sega stuff, went to Sonic. Sonic has so many sidekicks, dude, and since Luigi's the sidekick of Mario, I figured I had to do that. I chose Knuckles because he's big and beefy. What more can you want? The dude is red, and when I think of red, I think of Phrygian and Locrian. Locrian's a really unstable key center, so I ended up just doing mostly C Phrygian for the song. The verses actually don't have much tonal center. It like starts to creep in at some point, but it's mostly just percussion, and that actually contributes to the idea of his extreme strength. This dude is beefy as fuck, and because of that I wanted to make sure there was a bunch of percussion in there. I also wanted to make sure there was brass in the hooks so that it's just a really strong, just slightly abrasive, but just really heavy kind of groove going on. Lots of times in music people say you shouldn't do parallel fourths or fifths because it sounds weird and alien, but personally I like the sound of it, and when people like to associate their intellect with using or not using that parallel fourths, it seemed adequate to make the dumb guy use them, you know? I made sure the snare sounded as much like a punch as it could so that every time it came it felt like Knuckles was straight up punching you in the face. His swagger is integral to his character, you know? So I had to make sure it had the swing beat to it so that he could walk around and jaunt as easily as he wanted to. The vocal delivery also ended up being a little nasalier and a little abrasive because this man is not afraid to be as such. He will say what he wants to say. Building off of that, being unafraid to say what he needs and then getting the fuck out is also what the song form was inspired by, because it starts with the hook and then it's the single verse where Knuckles says all the shit he wants to say and then he gets the fuck out. So he's an efficient boy and the song reflects that. I knew the Pumpkin Hill theme song was my main inspiration for this kind of thing because that's just what I associate with him, and I don't want to speak for the majority, but I feel like most people think of that as his theme song, if there's any theme song you can think of with it. So that ended up becoming the general inspiration for what I wanted the track to emulate. To wrap all this up, I want to make sure I mention the last line of the rap where I mention 2 heads is better than 1, so take on 4 of them. Those 4 heads is referencing the penis of an echidna, which is known to have 4 heads on it. And I think it's important that you know that because I know that and I'm cursed with this information, so I want to make sure you are cursed with me. I'm glad I had this moment with you. Please have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Jackie. And now, here's the song.
red boy, but he ain't never red boy. Reticle ain't respirating, they won't. Brawn of a brains breed, breadwinning battle best that he said that little stupid shit. Hey, make 'em out. Make 'em out. Make 'em big. They ain't said much about a smart sense of fucking talk back. It's a little sad how they fit into a man's egghead scheme, thinking they gonna get away with that. Spit rap since the Pumpkin Hill saga, saying Sega struck gold with their sidekick super persona, superimposed over Sonic and his weak ass game. No shame, I made that shit look like a chaos and Raw Dog wrote the BFG about me. I'm the nice motherfucker ready to knock your ass. They be saying two heads instead of the ones to suck his dick. See how four of them fare against your bitch ass son.
Thank you, Jackie, so much for doing all that. If you liked all that, please look in the description and you'll see all of Jackie's info below. All right, I didn't go to college, so I'm not going to explain my song as well as Jackie did. That's all good. So this song started like how a lot of my songs do. I'm at work, and I literally just sing into my phone. Here's a clip of it right here.
It's me, Luigi. I'm always looking out for number one.
That's how all my songs starts, pretty much. Luigi is just my favorite character on Melee. I had this motif in my head. It was kind of on the spookier side. It gave me like a Billie Eilish meets the Hunchback of Notre Dame vibe. The spooky vibe and Luigi vibe, how they mix is Luigi has a solo game called Luigi's Mansion, where he goes and saves his brother from Ghost. I like how Luigi faces his fears. I have a hard time facing my fears. I think people think that he looks like a kind of like a coward because he's always scared all the time, but he's literally doing it. If you're brave enough to go do it even though you're scared, that's like twice as brave. I like the idea of him jumping into a scary haunted mansion even though, you know, he doesn't know what's going to happen. And none of us know what's going to happen sometimes, and you know, just keep going anyways. It's kind of cool. My verse, it's basically, I wanted the reason that there are ghosts everywhere is because Luigi kept coming and he made ghosts and everything became alive. That's what the lyrics are. That's it. I'm sorry. I have a dirty mind. That's how I always think. I have like this little transition from the verse to the chorus. I wanted it to sound really Italian, so I put accordion in it. In the music video, I literally just put pasta and bread. I wanted the chorus to be huge, because this is when Luigi is like, fuck you, ghost. I'm going to be brave and suck you up. This is where in the song you realize that he's a total badass. I think the chorus kind of reminds me of the song Hellfire from Hunchback of Notre Dame, because Hellfire goes, boom, hellfire, boom, bah, bah, bah. And mine goes, boom, it's a me, boom, boom, Luigi. And now here's another song.
She did the bed, missing the toilet, getting ahead, missing my brother. Quick, you really, really did. It's all alive, it became the rest of everything did too. It's all alive because you drink glue.
Thank you so much to Adam, Neely, and Ben Levin for the inspiration. Thank you so much to Jackie Frank Russell for being an amazing guy and helping me out. I plan on making more videos, so if you want to follow me. I'm definitely going to release more solo music. That's how I'm going to end the video. Bye, everybody. You're nice.